All right, y'all. Moving on to something difficult, harder. The popular YouTubers called It's Twins got into a heated exchange with a server at a seafood restaurant after they refused to pay for an incorrect food order. Now, but check this out. Although the order was wrong, one of the twins took a couple bites of the meal. I would too. So take a look at this.
And I'm not paying for the shrimp. You want to get your little fingers and get all the shrimp from out the plate? You don't have to get disrespectful with me. You don't have to get disrespectful. You're taking my plate and I'm sitting here eating. One thing about me, bitch, I'm going to tell you something about it.
Oh, do you guys think the twins were out of line? Q, what you think about this? What would you do if this happened to you?
Hell yeah, they were out of line. When you look at the full clip, and listen, full disclosure, y'all can call me whatever you want. I can't stand ghetto people. I cannot stand ghetto hood people, especially when it was time to go out to eat. Do not go out to eat with me sending food back or sending food back because you ordered it and nothing wrong with it, but because you don't like it, you want to send it back. When you look at the exchange between her and her twin sister was even telling her, you wrong. She was like, girl, you sending the plate back, but the girl walked up and you got the shrimp in your mouth. And then her response was shit, what I'm supposed to do? The plate on my table and I'm hungry, so I'm gonna eat the shrimp. You cannot eat them people food and then send it back. And then she had ate majority of the crawfish. When the lady told her she would replace the shrimp, she was like, but I want another crawfish too. And the girl said, well, you're gonna have to pay for the crawfish that you've already eaten. And she was like, no, I'm not paying for 2 crawfish. She was just ignorant all the way around. If your food order was wrong, you should not have eaten the food, point blank, period. And they're gonna use ghetto logic, talk about she left a plate here. What I'm supposed to do? Not eat, I'm hungry. Yes, that's exactly what you're supposed to do, not eat it.
Q, one of the fans, the Soulmates, Kemi Bello says, let Funky know this happened in Tallahassee, right next to FAMU and FSU. So it's Q's
It's my people. It's my people.
Al, what do you think about this?
Hey, you know, we've talked about this before on the show where I shared with everyone that when you order restaurant food, that is a contractual agreement. And they are giving you food in the contract that you're then going to pay them for the food that you were given or eaten. So this is very, very simple. And another thing, I thought the waitress did an awesome job. That clip cut it off, but the waitress definitely tried to negotiate with her and tried to accommodate her, but she didn't like the accommodations that were being offered. And people have to understand this. Waitress and waiters, they have sometimes certain restaurants make them pay for when the wrong food is delivered or when something is eaten or a order is wrong. It's called a chargeback. And that girl was like, I'm not having it today. I'm not having it with your ugly attitude. And I'm definitely not going to be, you know, the one that has to pay for this chargeback because you know you're in the wrong. I 100% stand in defense of the waiter and the food service company.
Damn, they all in the chat saying it's always Florida.
I'm gonna tell you something though. To my ghetto people and to people who have a tendency to send food back, I'm gonna give y'all a line that works 100% of the time. And I do this when I do have to send food back. The waitress walks back and I literally say, I hate to be this person, but I don't like this or this is wrong and I don't mind paying for it, but can I have XYZ? And 100% of the time, because I was nice and I threw that line out about, and I don't mind paying for it, they take it off the check.
I agree. And you said a thing about not acting ghetto in the restaurant and going to restaurants with ghetto folks. And y'all know, do I have to say the disclaimer? I guess I do, because people are low vibrational sometimes. It's ghetto people does not mean Black. It's an attitude. It could be any nationality. Let's be very in race. So with that being said, I'm not going to any restaurant with someone that argues with waiters about food. There's a way to handle it, because you ain't about to have them then spit in my food because they're mad at you because you was ignorant about it. Are you crazy to think I'm going to pop off at the waitress, tell her how to do her job, what I'm not going to pay for, and then think she's going to bring you something back that hasn't been dropped on the floor? I used to work at the movie theaters in Seekonk, Massachusetts, back in the day. This big old drug dealer came in one time and wanted popcorn, but we had closed down already. He cursed me the hell out and said, bitch, da-da-da-da-da. I said, sir, go to your seat. I'll see what I could do. Do you know we found the old stale pop? how long is the statute of limitations? We found the old stale popcorn. We sprayed all kind of stuff. People, the dust. I was young, trifling. The things we did to this man's popcorn were terrible. And God, I'm so sorry. You know, I've grown. I'm better than that now. I vibrate higher now. And I went and gave him the popcorn.
Her painkillers have her telling all of the secrets.
We thought nothing of it. And from that point, I learned a lesson myself. Like, you don't disrespect people and didn't ask for food from them.
You know, Claudia, that reminds me of a story. When I was pledging, I had a line brother. So when we would go to the club, they would make us buy them drinks or whatever. And I'm not going to call his name, but I had a line brother at the time who would, every time they'd make us buy them drinks, he would spit in the drink and stir it up and give it to his ass. And that taught me I would never take
just like an alpha. Just like an alpha.
Take food from a plate.
I don't go to restaurants with nobody that act like that no more. It's not happening. All right, y'all. Let's move on before we incriminate ourselves further. Well, and by us, I mean me.